Good morning, everyone. Additional headlines related to the trade war taking place between China and the US. Stay with us and let's see how this will affect the markets. Hello traders, Khaled with you. Welcome to today's daily pitch, 25 April 2025. Let's dive into the latest economic events, technicals, and see what's moving the markets. Today I will start with this important headline, two headlines taking place. First, that China is talking about some exemptions related to some US imports. And on the other hand, around 45 minutes ago, we got a headline that there is no real talking taking place. So all these contradicting headlines are holding some weight in the markets. We will see what do we have. Let's go to the economic calendar for today. For today's economic calendar, we had some CPI data for Japan. We had the retail sales for the UK, which were higher than expected the year over year and higher than previous as well. This is a good indicator for the pound. In addition to that, during the day, we have some retail sales for the Canadian dollar, and as well, we have some consumer expectations and consumer sentiment. Not very high impact economic data. I believe what will be more moving the markets right now are the headlines we are seeing, the couple and 10. Let's go on to our charts. Starting with our DXY as usual. As you can see, not much of a movement just after this increase. It's still consolidating between the 99 and 100, so there was no much of a movement taking place. This is as well reflected on the treasury yields, still around 4.3, 4.4%. Also not much movement. While here on the VIX, the volatility index or the fear index, as you can see, due to the headlines we saw related to the relief between China and the US in general, as we can see, the VIX or the fear index is dropping right now. Let's go to the gold, starting with our first commodity. Gold has been consolidating mainly between the 3,280, reaching the 3,360, as you can see, trading in this consolidation range. Of course, for the intraday traders, this consolidation range is really good, so any intraday traders could take advantage of this move here if we fail to break, or we see candles with larger wicks, smaller bodies, and consolidation. They can take advantage of this move. Even here, reaching this level as well, failing to break any higher, we could be retesting the same consolidation low as well. On the other hand, if we are able to break higher than the 3,370, our next target could be here at the 3,430. This could be our next target. In case we are able also to break higher, we could be testing the previous all-time high at 3,500. To break above the 3,500, of course, we will need a fundamental catalyst, a new headline, a trade war tension taking place, so we will be able to break above. And of course, since it will be a new all-time high, new historical prices, we will never know where reaction could take place. That's why we take just psychological levels to watch. As for gold as well, delete this one. We can mark this zone, the 3,200. It's an important psychological level, and also, as you can see, we had price rejection as well, then price started to move higher. So breaking below this level, breaking below these candle wicks, below the 3,260, we could be testing the 3,200, and of course at this level it's very important to watch out for the price action taking place. If we have anything similar to here, this could be an indication that price could be moving up again and buyers taking advantage of this price. Of course, don't forget, if you like our content, don't forget to subscribe, like, and follow And in addition to that, if you want us to analyze any pair, currency, commodity, just type for us in the comments. Moving on, let's go to our next currency pair, which is GBP USD. After the GBP USD reached this high, which is around the 134.5, and this level was only tested in September 2024. Currently, we saw some relief. This is reflected here with the up movement on the dollar, and I believe the profit-taking move from these levels. So technically speaking, if we don't break any lower than the 132.5, if we see as well similar price action to what we saw here, we could be testing again the highs and maybe just consolidating into the range, waiting for the next fundamental catalyst to see if it will push price higher or lower. On the other hand, if we have intraday candles 1 hour or 4 hour closing below the 132, we can mark this zone. We can mark it like this. If we have candles closing below this level, we could be testing again these range lows, which is starting the first area around 1.30. The 1.30, it's an important psychological level as well. We had reaction here, 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 several reaction taking place. So this could be an interesting area for buyers taking advantage. Of course, if we do not have the momentum to break lower, so they could be taking advantage of this level in order to price at least going back again to the 132, testing these highs. And of course, if we have additional sell momentum, we could be breaking below the 1.3, and the next area to target will be the 1.275. Let's move on to Nasdaq. For Nasdaq, as you can see, due to this relief we had in the markets, the US equities in general are moving higher. Nasdaq currently below the 20,000, 19,500, just showing us some signs of consolidation, some signs of rejection here taking place. So the next possible scenario here that could take place, that if we are not able to break any higher, breaking lower, the first area we will check is the 19,000, of course. On the other hand, if we broke, let's move to the lower time frame a little bit to mark this consolidation area here taking place. So if we are able to break higher than this consolidation range, just breaking like this, retesting it, the next area that we could test is the psychological level as well, which is the 20,000. At this level, let's move to the 1 hour time frame. At this level, as you can see here, we saw several reaction as well taking place, so it could be a profit taking level to mark. Additionally, if we have more sell momentum and we are able to break below the 19,000, this could indicate that the next target could be, as you can see here, this low, which is around the 18,500. So these are as well the possible scenarios for Nasdaq. Don't forget, like, follow, and subscribe. And if you want us to analyze any certain pair or commodity, fundamental and technical analysis, write us down in the comments. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and see you soon.